last, experience matters. You've probably seen some companies offering long warranties, 10 years or more. But here's something important to consider. Can a company without a long track record truly back that up? It's easy to make promises, but what really counts is the ability to deliver, not just now, but 5, 10, or even 20 years down the line. If a company hasn't been around for very long, what happens if they go out of business before the end of their 10-year warranty? What happens to your warranty then? The answer is simple. You're left with nothing. No support, no repairs, no protection. You've essentially been robbed of the protection you were promised. At Mallett Buildings, we've been here for the long haul, with over 2 decades of experience. We have an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau and countless satisfied customers who can tell you, when we say we offer a 10-year workmanship warranty, we've proven it time and time again. And if something goes wrong years from now, we'll still be here, ready to make it right. Our customers trust us because we don't just build structures, we build long-lasting relationships. We use only the highest quality materials, kiln-dried, ground-treated lumber, and MCA ground-treated posts with lifetime warranties. That's why our buildings are designed to stand strong for decades, and why we can confidently stand behind our warranties. And don't forget, we're a state-licensed contractor with licensed engineers right here in Louisiana and Texas. We don't cut corners, and we adhere to the highest standards, ensuring that every building we construct is built to last. When you choose Mallett Buildings, you're choosing a company with real credentials, real experience, and a proven commitment to quality. We've built for families, businesses, farms, and more, all with the same dedication to excellence that's been our hallmark for over 25 years. So when a company tells you they're offering a long warranty, ask yourself this: where will they be in 10 years? If they disappear, so does your warranty. Here at Mallett, you know we'll be here, just like we've always been. At the end of the day, a warranty is only as good as the company that stands behind it. Choose the name that's been trusted for decades. Choose Mallett Buildings. When you're ready to invest in a building that lasts, call us and let's get started. At Mallett Buildings, we've been proudly serving our community for over 25 years. When it comes to building structures that last, experience matters. You've probably seen some companies offering long warranties, 10 years or more. But here's something important to consider. Can a company without a long track record truly back that up? It's easy to make promises, but what really counts is the ability to deliver, not just now, but 5, 10, or even 20 years down the line. If a company hasn't been around for very long, what happens if they go out of business before the end of their 10-year warranty? What happens to your warranty then? The answer is simple. You're left with nothing. No support, no repairs, no protection. You've essentially been robbed of the protection you were promised. At Mallett Buildings, we've been here for the long haul, with over 2 decades of experience. We have an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau and countless satisfied customers who can tell you, when we say we offer a 10-year workmanship warranty, we've proven it time and time again. And if something goes wrong years from now, we'll still be here, ready to make it right. Our customers trust us because we don't just build structures, we build long-lasting relationships. We use only the highest quality materials, kiln-dried, ground-treated lumber, and MCA ground-treated posts with lifetime warranties. That's why our buildings are designed to stand strong for decades, and why we can confidently stand behind our warranties. And don't forget, we're a state-licensed contractor with licensed engineers right here in Louisiana and Texas. We don't cut corners, and we adhere to the highest standards, ensuring that every building we construct is built to last. When you choose Mallett Buildings, you're choosing a company with real credentials, real experience, and a proven commitment to quality. We've built for families, businesses, farms, and more, all with the same dedication to excellence that's been our hallmark for over 25 years. So, when a company tells you they're offering a long warranty, ask yourself this: where will they be in 10 years? If they disappear, so does your warranty. Here at Mallett, you know we'll be here, just like we've always been. At the end of the day, a warranty is only as good as the company that stands behind it. Choose the name that's been trusted for decades. Choose Mallett Buildings. When you're ready to invest in a building that lasts, call us and let's get started. At Mallett Buildings, we've been proudly serving our community for over 25 years. When it comes to building structures that last, experience matters. You've probably seen some companies offering long warranties, 10 years or more. But here's something important to consider. Can a company without a long track record truly back that up? It's easy to make promises, but what really counts is the ability to deliver, not just now, but 5, 10, or even 20 years down the line. If a company hasn't been around for very long, what happens if they go out of business before the end of their 10-year warranty? What happens to your warranty then? The answer is simple: you're left with nothing. No support, no repairs, no protection. You've essentially been robbed of the protection you were promised. At Mallett Buildings, we've been here for the long haul, with over 2 decades of experience. We have an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau and countless satisfied customers who can tell you, when we say we offer a 10-year workmanship warranty, we've proven it time and time again. And if something goes wrong years from now, we'll still be here, ready to make it right. Our customers trust us because we don't just build structures, we build long-lasting relationships. We use only the highest quality materials, kiln-dried, ground-treated lumber, and MCA ground-treated posts with lifetime warranties. That's why our buildings are designed to stand strong for decades, and why we can confidently stand behind our warranties. And don't forget, we're a state-licensed contractor with licensed engineers right here in Louisiana and Texas. We don't cut corners, and we adhere to the highest standards, ensuring that every building we construct is built to last. When you choose Mallett Buildings, you're choosing a company with real credentials, real experience, and a proven commitment to quality. We've built for families, businesses, farms, and more, all with the same dedication to excellence that's been our hallmark for over 25 years. So when a company tells you they're offering a long warranty, ask yourself this: where will they be in 10 years? If they disappear, so does your warranty. Here at Mallett, you know we'll be here, just like we've always been. At the end of the day, a warranty is only as good as the company that stands behind it. Choose the name that's been trusted for decades. Choose Mallett Buildings. When you're ready to invest in a building that lasts, call us and let's get started. At Mallett Buildings, we've been proudly serving our community for over 25 years. When it comes to building structures that last, experience matters. You've probably seen some companies offering long warranties, 10 years or more. But here's something important to consider. Can a company without a long track record truly back that up? It's easy to make promises, but what really counts is the ability to deliver, not just now, but 5, 10, or even 20 years down the line. If a company hasn't been around for very long, what happens if they go out of business before the end of their 10-year warranty? What happens to your warranty then? The answer is simple: you're left with nothing. No support, no repairs, no protection. You've essentially been robbed of the protection you were promised. At Mallett Buildings, we've been here for the long haul, with over 2 decades of experience. We have an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau and countless satisfied customers who can tell you, when we say we offer a 10-year workmanship warranty, we've proven it time and time again. And if something goes wrong years from now, we'll still be here, ready to make it right. Our customers trust us because we don't just build structures, we build long-lasting relationships. We use only the highest quality materials, kiln-dried, ground-treated lumber, and MCA ground-treated posts with lifetime warranties. That's why our buildings are designed to stand strong for decades, and why we can confidently stand behind our warranties. And don't forget, we're a state-licensed contractor with licensed engineers right here in Louisiana and Texas. We don't cut corners, and we adhere to the highest standards, ensuring that every building we construct is built to last. When you choose Mallett Buildings, you're choosing a company with real credentials, real experience, and a proven commitment to quality. We've built for families, businesses, farms, and more, all with the same dedication to excellence that's been our hallmark for over 25 years. So when a company tells you they're offering a long warranty, ask yourself this: where will they be in 10 years? If they disappear, so does your warranty. Here at Mallett, you know we'll be here, just like we've always been. At the end of the day, a warranty is only as good as the company that stands behind it. Choose the name that's been trusted for decades. Choose Mallett Buildings. When you're ready to invest in a building that lasts, call us and let's get started. At Mallett Buildings, we've been proudly serving our community for over 25 years. When it comes to building structures that last, experience matters. You've probably seen some companies offering long warranties, 10 years or more. But here's something important to consider. Can a company without a long track record truly back that up? It's easy to make promises, but what really counts is the ability to deliver, not just now, but 5, 10, or even 20 years down the line. If a company hasn't been around for very long, what happens if they go out of business before the end of their 10-year warranty? What happens to your warranty then? The answer is simple: you're left with nothing. No support, no repairs, no protection. You've essentially been robbed of the protection you were promised. At Mallett Buildings, we've been here for the long haul, with over 2 decades of experience. We have an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau and countless satisfied customers who can tell you, when we say we offer a 10-year workmanship warranty, we've proven it time and time again. And if something goes wrong years from now, we'll still be here, ready to make it right. Our customers trust us because we don't just build structures, we build long-lasting relationships. We use only the highest quality materials, kiln-dried, ground-treated lumber, and MCA ground-treated posts with lifetime warranties. That's why our buildings are designed to stand strong for decades, and why we can confidently stand behind our warranties. And don't forget, we're a state-licensed contractor with licensed engineers right here in Louisiana and Texas. We don't cut corners, and we adhere to the highest standards, ensuring that every building we construct is built to last. When you choose Mallett Buildings, you're choosing a company with real credentials, real experience, and a proven commitment to quality. We've built for families, businesses, farms, and more, all with the same dedication to excellence that's been our hallmark for over 25 years. So when a company tells you they're offering a long warranty, ask yourself this: where will they be in 10 years? If they disappear, so does your warranty. Here at Mallett, you know we'll be here, just like we've always been. At the end of the day, a warranty is only as good as the company that stands behind it. Choose the name that's been trusted for decades. Choose Mallett Buildings. When you're ready to invest in a building that lasts, call us and let's get started. At Mallett Buildings, we've been proudly serving our community for over 25 years. When it comes to building structures that last, experience matters. You've probably seen some companies offering long warranties, 10 years or more. But here's something important to consider. Can a company without a long track record truly back that up? It's easy to make promises, but what really counts is the ability to deliver, not just now, but 5, 10, or even 20 years down the line. If a company hasn't been around for very long, what happens if they go out of business before the end of their 10-year warranty? What happens to your warranty then? The answer is simple: you're left with nothing. No support, no repairs, no protection. You've essentially been robbed of the protection you were promised. At Mallett Buildings, we've been here for the long haul, with over 2 decades of experience. We have an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau and countless satisfied customers who can tell you, when we say we offer a 10-year workmanship warranty, we've proven it time and time again. And if something goes wrong years from now, we'll still be here, ready to make it right. Our customers trust us because we don't just build structures, we build long-lasting relationships. We use only the highest quality materials, kiln-dried, ground-treated lumber, and MCA ground-treated posts with lifetime warranties. That's why our buildings are designed to stand strong for decades, and why we can confidently stand behind our warranties. And don't forget, we're a state-licensed contractor with licensed engineers right here in Louisiana and Texas. We don't cut corners, and we adhere to the highest standards, ensuring that every building we construct is built to last. When you choose Mallett Buildings, you're choosing a company with real credentials, real experience, and a proven commitment to quality. We've built for families, businesses, farms, and more, all with the same dedication to excellence that's been our hallmark for over 25 years. So when a company tells you they're offering a long warranty, ask yourself this: where will they be in 10 years? If they disappear, so does
Good afternoon from Mallett Buildings. Thank you for joining me. I'm Lee Mallett at Mallett Buildings, and I really appreciate you joining. I'm going to start out today. I always talk about community service. We believe in that. And I'm going to go through some slides here in a few seconds. Somebody said we do it for the wrong reasons, and I have a response to that, on why we promote and tell people what we do for the community. So let's get started. As usual, I always have my tiger. All right. This is my response to Fortify saying we don't tell people what we do for the right reasons. Folks, the real reason is right here. If promoting the good we do inspires others to step up and give back, then that's a win for everyone. That's the main reason I do it. I'm trying to get everybody else to give and give back to the community. It's a challenge. Apparently Fortify doesn't understand that. But let's just go through it one more time. Anyone who knows me or Mallett Buildings understands our commitment to giving back isn't about recognition. It's not. We want people to know we give, and I hope it forces or makes people come to the table and give too. How else do you promote that, Fortify? When you make the comment, you do it for the wrong reasons, I'm trying to instill in others to give back to the community by challenging them on what we do. Including you, Fortify. Now, let's continue on. It's about making a real difference in our community. And we have and we always will. I'm very proud of that. We support local programs, schools and families because we care about where we live and work. I want people to know that this company cares about where people live and work, Fortify. Your comment, we do it for the wrong reason, is why I'm doing this. It says a lot about y'all, though, that you would make some comment like that when we give so much back to the community. This is the reasons why. Let's take it a bit farther. If promoting the good we do inspires others to step up and give back to, then that's a win for everyone. So my response to Fortify is if you want to instill in others to give, then you should show what you give. How can we inspire anybody to do anything if we don't do it ourselves first? And that's what we're about at Mallett Buildings. We're going to give first and hopefully inspire others to give to the community too. Let's continue on. Our success has given us the ability and the responsibility to contribute, and that's something I'm proud of, and I really am. And you know what? If it wasn't for the customers to support me, I could never give back to the community. So once again, Thank you for those who've supported me. Thank you for those who will support me in the future. So I hope Fortify understands why we do it. Instead of making that comment, we do it for the wrong reason. I would suggest to you that any company would make that kind of statement is way off base. So let's move on. Well, as usual, before I punch it, I always play this video for a reason. Tubular is not designed to take hurricanes, because I'm going to really power down the next weeks, months, whatever you want, about hurricanes. Hurricanes are a problem for all of us. Tubular doesn't belong in that class. Those of us who live on the Gulf Coast have experienced some tremendous storms, tremendous devastation. And tubular doesn't need to be on the table with us. And I'm going to show you why. Because what I'm going to show you, as I've showed you before, is a 70-mile-an-hour gust. Not a hurricane, just a 70-mile-an-hour gust. Watch the trees in the background, and this thing went off like a kite. Here we go.
3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff. 32 minutes past the hour. Liftoff on Apollo 11.
Folks, that tubular stuff is not made for hurricanes. 70-mile-an-hour wind. What's 150-mile-an-hour wind going to do with that? If you live on the Gulf Coast, from Houston, just follow the coast all the way down to Florida. If you buy that, well, it was cheap when I bought it. Yeah, it ain't going to be cheap when it's gone, because you got to start all over. I play that because I could never make that up, folks. I show it to you because it makes my point better than anything I could ever say. Now let's talk about, once again, giving back to the community. $500 discount every week. Military personnel, healthcare workers, educators, first responders. Now, if you recall Saturday, my friends at Fortify say they do this. Have you ever seen an ad that said that? Have you seen how much they give? It's easy to say it. You see, when you put it like this, I'm obligated to perform. I can say it and take it, but when I print it, I go public with it, it's a real commitment. And I ask, why wouldn't they want people to know they do this? Is he only responding because they're trying to cover their butts? I don't know. But I want to know why they're not telling these people they're doing it and how much they're giving up front. It says a lot about them, in my opinion. If you're really going to give it, print it. Go public with it. Don't call me or don't send me a text telling me you do it. Show me instead of telling me, because I'm telling you, you can walk in and say, oh, no, Mr. Lee, you put that public. I said, that's right, and we're going to stand behind it. You see, when you don't do it this way, you can pick and choose. See, you're not able to walk in and say, hey, I want that discount and I want that $500 because I told you exactly what I was going to do. I told you exactly how much, right? Now, I find that's not very professional, but that's my personal opinion. Let's move on. All right. This sale's going on to the end of January. This is the best building you'll ever build for hurricanes. Let's start talking about hurricanes, because you know what, folks? Hurricane season is around the corner. If you building today, you want to make sure when it comes September, October, November, August, that baby can take it. 145-mile-an-hour wind load. This baby can take a hurricane. It is the best building in the United States of America. No other building offers what this building's offered. No competitor even comes close to this. Why? Let's look at it. All treated kill-dry lumber, which my competitors copy me now. But the big deal's right here. 3-foot truss spacing, 9-foot post spacing, 5-foot, it's engineered 2x8 scissor truss. It is the only building that's being built like that in today's world, to my knowledge. And if we're going to fight hurricanes, you better buy this building. Don't be deceived into buying something that's at 130 miles an hour. For a few $1,000s more, not only do you get the best building in the industry and the best building to take on the storm, let's see what else you get. Control joints. Flex to your slabs so you don't have them jagged cuts. 4,000 PSI, not 3,000 PSI. 6-inch, not 4-inch, 2.5 times stronger. Let's just keep going. Standard post protectors, boom. Insulated windows, the real windows that'll pass code. Engineered wood screws and ollie logs. Engineered cable retention system. I invented the cable retention system with my engineers. Uplift protection. You want to take on a storm, remember that the tornadoes that are spinning around during the storm is what that cable retention system is going to protect you from. Everything's engineered. All mono trusses, 145 mile per hour wind load, licensed engineering staff, Mallett Secure Watch, and 24-hour service to me. You have my cell number, the owner. Why don't the others give you their cell number? The guys that are running their shows. They don't want to be bothered by y'all? I don't know. You might ask them. I have my name on those buildings. That's why my phone number, my personal cell phone number, which I'm going to give to you, I give it to you at the end of every show, is so that you can call the owner when you got a problem. Not a salesman, not a logistical person. You go right to the top immediately. Now, I don't see anybody else advertising that they can call the owners. Not the managers, the owner. The owner of the company, you have full access to. And I'm telling you, that's an important thing to realize. Don't you want to be able to go to the top? You spent $20, $30, $40, $50, $60, $100,000. I think you're entitled to call the owner if you got a problem. Don't you? I think you'll agree with me. So why doesn't the others do that? Maybe they don't care. Maybe they don't want to be bothered. I have no idea. But if you judge us by what we say, you can call me. Okay? That's best building. And wait, I didn't finish the best part. Besides getting the hurricane building of the South, I've thrown in the free electrical package on this special. Folks, just compare this building to any building in the market, and this is the building that will whip everybody. I'm very proud of this building. I've been doing this for 26 years. I wanted to build something that was so strong, so powerful, just nothing to compare to it, and this is her. She is the best building in the United States of America. Nobody does what this building does. Now, I do sell the Signature. The Signature being a good building, 130 mile an hour wind load. A better building than the value building, which is what my competitors sell. But let me tell you something. I still got them 2x8 trusses. If you're trying to cut back on spending your money, this is the building to buy. I don't recommend it. Because think about it like this. If I buy a building for $30,000 and I can buy an elite building for $38,000, well, Mr. Mallett, that's a lot of money. Till the wind comes, it takes $30,000 gone. Now you got to start all over. The $8,000 looks real cheap all of a sudden. Well, I wish I'd have bought that one that could have took it. Because those value buildings, which are my competitors, I'm going to talk about them, but I'm going to tell you right now, if you're not going to buy the elite, which I strongly suggest you do, because it is my hurricane building. Hurricane, hurricane, hurricane. Buy this baby. And then we got this. The tell of the tales. These are value buildings. These are what my competitors sell. So they're selling these buildings for $31. I'm over here at $29. I'm eating about $2,000 if that's what you want to buy. 40 by 50, 40 by 60. Whatever you want to do here. But look. Look at that mess. Current champion. We are the champions. It doesn't matter what building we build, because you know what? They don't even build this building like us. Look, think about this. You want to buy from somebody who's been doing this for 4 years, somebody's been doing it for 26 years. You want to buy from somebody who's been a contractor for 26 years, somebody's been a contractor for 4 months. It's not hard to figure this out, folks. Just study the facts. Study the facts. I'm telling you, we build the best buildings in the state of Louisiana. In fact, on the Gulf Coast, I challenge anybody to put up a building against Lee Mallett or Mallett buildings. I challenge anybody to put them against my team. I got the best team in the industry. Took me 26 years to build the team I got. They didn't come in here yesterday. They've been here with me for years. They know the quality we expect, the service we expect. And let me tell you, we are the best building company in the South. If somebody wants to challenge me, come on down. Come sit down with me. Come on down. Do that at your own risk. You're dealing with somebody who's been around a long time. I know these buildings like the back of my hand. Nobody can talk about these buildings like me. Nobody has the expertise that I have. So if you want to come sit down and talk about post-frame construction, about your company versus mine, the challenge is come sit down. Come on. Bring it on. I'm quite capable of sitting down with you in a nice way. Hey, we're going to be good competitors, but my job is to show people that I'm a way better builder than you. I build a better quality than you. I'm better than you. And I can. I promise you. Well, let's see what we got next. So, first of all, they misspelled. Look at this. Let's talk, because this shows about me versus, what's their names? Fortify. See, I can't even remember their names. All right, first of all, they misspelled tail. They might misspell that order when you ship it in. I don't know. 100 years in the metal industry. That's a true statement, more than likely, but they ain't got no 100 years in the post-frame construction. I'm at 26. They might be at, let's see, 8, 9, maybe 10. You see, they came into this market selling metal. Let's just call a spade a spade. So when they got down into Lake Charles, because they're from Mississippi, at no time did any of the companies that represent Fortify, their sister companies, whatever you want to call them, were they local. When the Reeds came down here, they were from Mississippi, out-of-state company. I happen to be not out-of-state. They came into our market selling metal. A couple of people left here and went there, and the next year they're competing with me. That's okay. Not that it's affected me, because they can't compete with me. And that's how this all transpired. So they're game for me. You know, if you're going to say, well, you shouldn't be attacking, why not? Why would I let them people get away with that? I disagree, respectfully. Whoever believes I shouldn't do that, I respectfully disagree. They came into my market. They came after me. So I'm justified by going after them, I would think. And so, let's just see what else we got on these guys. They made a statement that their building was the same as a signature building. Well, let's look at that. I don't see that it says that's a 2x8 or 2x6. Very deceiving, isn't it? Let's see what else they got in here. 4-inch cross sector. Okay, what PSI? They don't have a licensed engineering staff. They don't have security watch. Mallett Signature has all these extra things on top of having a 2x8 truss, standard 5-on-12. He says no added cost. He just started that because I've offered the 5-on-12. If it wouldn't be for me, folks, he wouldn't even offer it. Now let's keep going. 4-inch concrete slab, 4-inch concrete slab, Okay, concrete under every post, he does not have that. Engineered mounted does not have that. That is not the same building. Yet they contend it is. It's not. And I cannot let them get away with saying stuff that's not true. Now you got mad at me about this too. Congratulations. You won the Lanyap deal. The problem is, anybody can win when you're the only turtle in the race. There's no criteria to this deal. But if you're going to make the statement, the results are in. Best building company in the South, really? No, that's not true. And I question making that statement when he knows that he was the only turtle in the race. To my knowledge, I wasn't invited. I knew nothing about this. It's easy to win when you're not invited to the race. What should have been done, and I suggest that to Lanyap, why don't you invite all the builders? Send them a letter. Let them throw their names in the hat and put that list, then let's vote. But my problem with this deal is to say, I've spoken, the results are in. The best bull, that's bull, and I'll call it bull till the end of time. Why? Because he's bragging about winning, but we don't know who he beat. We don't even know who competed. He got mad at me about that. Well, I got mad that he said that. Best building in Southwest Louisiana. We might have got away with the top one. The readers of Lagniappe, well, okay, but that doesn't mean you're the best building company in Southwest Louisiana, to my knowledge. That means that whatever the rules were right here, you won. Congratulations. I don't think it's worth the paper it's written on, because you didn't bring me to the table, my friend. So this is Fortify getting upset that I'm attacking this. But congratulations, because it's a true statement. But they didn't have any other choices, to my knowledge. I don't know what went on there. But maybe we'll get that changed next year. Then we'll get the real test about who's the best in Louisiana. Because the problem he has by saying that, which I'll get to in a few seconds. Now remember, I'm going to keep referring to this, the best building company in Southwest Louisiana. Number one, they send all their money out of state. All their money, all their profits leave the state of Louisiana. That's a fact. They're owned by out-of-staters. That's a negative right there, in my opinion. Yeah. Now, here we go again. We're thrilled to announce that. Okay, you throw that. We should have said Lagniappe, voted best building in Southwest. Are you kidding me? Y'all ain't been around that long. You haven't. There's some other stuff coming. You probably know what I'm talking about, Fortify. But it's coming. There's some stuff in Baton Rouge. It's coming. I called about that to see where all that was at. But it's coming. As sure as I'm standing in front of this camera. What else we got? All right. The red flags. I do this because I've been on the state contract for 15 years, been chairman for almost 8. The objective behind this is to show you or try to help you understand what you need to do to protect yourself. Because you're looking at someone who's been there and seen so many people hurt, taken advantage of, taken their money. Because I sit on the board. And I'm telling you, it's a terrible, terrible thing to see this. Now, go to the Secretary of State, see how many years in business, who your proper parties are. Go see what their licensure is. Fortify, till 6 months ago, was not a licensed contractor. I changed the law. I forced them to become licensed contractors, or he never would have done it. From Reed's to Cornerstone to whatever, Fortify, they weren't licensed contractors all those years. And it wasn't required. Over 75,000 it was. And let me tell you something. They broke that rule. They just didn't get caught every time. But the second question is, if you're going to be in the contracting business, why wouldn't you want to go get the proper licensure that would help you market your company? I never could figure that out. Think about that. I'm going in the construction business, selling buildings. Does it behoove me to go get licensed? Of course it does. But they chose not to. They chose to push it right up to the line, go over this sometimes, and just be a home improvement registered, not even a contractor, for years. From day one, I went and got my license 26 years ago. What does that say about them people? Or that company, not them people, the company. Apparently, they're going to operate under, well, if we don't have to have it, let's not do it. If it makes people feel good, don't worry about it. Right? That's what I see. Maybe I'm wrong. Give me my personal opinion. And I can give my personal opinion any time I want, and I can see through the fog. I hope you can. Contract violations, convictions. Reed's Metal was convicted. If we drive there right now, I wonder if that Reed's sign is still up. I'm going to show you shortly that it's on his website. They were convicted. Now Fortify wants to run from it. Oh, no. Well, you can't. But there's something coming for them. I hate to tell you. I think very soon you can argue that point, but there's another point coming soon, I promise you, about Fortify. You can't keep breaking the law and expect you're not going to get caught, and I'm afraid that's what's going to happen. Hope I'm wrong, but I think I'm right. We'll see. Time will tell. Reviews on BBB and Google. Well, I have over 500. If I go to the BBB and type in Fortify and go to violations or reviews, guess what it takes me to? Cornerstone. What is that all about? What's going on here? Why would I type in Fortify and it brings me, and I type in reviews or complaints, it brings me to Cornerstone? It must be tied, they must be all tied up, you would agree? So that means whatever it says, it applies to all those parties, Fortify and Cornerstone, because they're tied at the hip. Visit the contractor's facility. They do have a facility. But I'll swallow them up with this facility. I sit on 160 acres. I sit close to 200,000 square feet of warehouse. I don't think they can compete with us. But they do have a facility, and of all the bunch, of all the competitors, he's probably the only one that can compete with a facility that I would say, yeah, it just ain't as big as us. Ain't been here as long as us. Because we continually expand. 15,000 square foot under construction. By the middle of next year, another 25,000. I'll swallow them up. But they do have a facility. I'll give them credit there. But where we got the problem with them is here, here, here. Let's see what else we got. Now, Cornerstone is apparently the parent company. Do you have this stuff on here? Cornerstone's the parent company of Fortify, of Reed's, of whatever. And so you can't run from this. It's the same people. Cornerstone has got 413 complaints from the BBB. I did not make that up. That's a factual statement. Now, let me just see. Do you have that next slide? Is the slide about the parent company?
It's later on.
Okay, I'll get to it and I'll come back. I don't want to mess this up. But folks, look at it. Right here. Reed's Metals. They own, I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you they are all one company. Got convicted. Why would you know what blows me away about all this is you run and say, oh, that's not us. Then why'd you buy them? Why'd you buy a company that's got involved in this kind of activity? What the mother company, the parent company where they operated, got all these complaints. It doesn't matter why you got them, what the product is, they did bad. Factual statement. I didn't make this up, folks. That's his custom reviews, 1.2 for Cornerstone, the parent company of Fortify. Now, you don't have to listen to me. You don't have to take all this in the trash cans. I'm not charging you like an attorney. It's free. Okay? I'm giving you all this information free of charge. I'm not going to charge you like an attorney for all this information. It's free. But let me tell you something. It's not good. In my opinion, maybe you want to do business with someone like this. It's your money. Do what you want to do. I'm just trying to tell you, be careful. Make sure you know what you're doing. Or you can come do business with a company who builds the best buildings, 26 years in business, builds the best product, the best team across the board. Let's talk about something else, which I kind of hit on a little earlier. Got his license in September of 24. What does that tell you? So they've been operating all these years not being a licensed contractor. And you say, oh, well, I wasn't required. Yeah, it was required. If you're trying to do legitimate business, if you want to be the best at what you do, if you want to market something different from your competitors, of course it makes sense to go get licensed. Does anybody want to go do business with a doctor who ain't got a license? I think not. Very important that they went all these years and the only reason he did it or they did it was because I changed the law to protect you, John Q. Public, because I saw the terrible things it was doing to elderly and people that were not informed in construction. I watched it for years. I tried 4 or 5 times. It took me that long to change this law, which now protects you. And that if you're not a state licensed contractor, you cannot build new construction. Factual statement. But they didn't care about that. They didn't want to show you they were legitimate and they were been tested and we're licensed. No, they wanted to go take that little home improvement registration, which, by the way, there was about 400 cases of contractor fraud with the Calcasieu Parish during the last storm. And it was mostly home improvement. It was all them. There's some, look, we got some bad characters in our business. And our job is to clean them up. That's what the state licensing board is about. You know, I was with a customer 2 or 3 days ago from Texas. Somebody in Texas took his money. You know what the deal is in Texas? There's no licensing board. There's nothing. It's the wild, wild west. You don't have to prove anything. You're a contractor, snap of your finger, roll, baby, roll. Register with the state, roll, baby, roll. In Louisiana, it's a little different. We're going to try to clean up our industry. And frankly, this stuff, operators that operate this way, is not good, in my opinion. Look, do you go to a doctor if he hasn't got his license? Of course not. And you're building your home, you're building a building, you're spending a lot of money. That person needs to be licensed. And now they are, but only because they were forced to, and they've only got 6 months under their belt. I got 26 years under my belt. I think I'm way more qualified to talk about this and build your building than they are. Now, let's move on. See what else we got here. Here we go. You can look at this any way you want. They're all tied together. They're all tied together. So when I say Cornerstone had 400 reviews, Reed's got convicted, they all tie together. You can't run from him. You can't run from them. And that's the parent company. That's the parent of this company. How in the world can he convince you not to look at this? Is it legal? As legal as can be. But hey, they are part of them and they got convicted. That's their parent company, got 400 complaints. They are, who's running these guys? Wait, who's telling them what to do and what not to do? Them and them. Now, the parent company got caught with 432 complaints per the BBB. Not me. That's not me talking, folks. That's a factual statement. That's what started all this with me and them. Saturday, they tried to tell me that what I was saying in my presentation Friday, it wasn't factual. So I went on Saturday to clear up the air. And as you can see, I'm quite emotional about it because I didn't like what they said. Because it's bull. Oh, we ain't been convicted. Yeah, you have. Y'all won. You can spin it like a top. It's still a top. Oh, we ain't got nothing to do. Yeah, you do. Your parent company it dictates how you operate, man. They operate with 432 complaints. Guess what? It's part of you. At least to me it is. Now, maybe you think differently. Maybe you think it's okay that all this group, you got 2 or 3 factions of this thing that have been getting all these problems, and we're keep us over here. We're not part of none of them. That's bull. And my job is to show that to you so that you, if you want to do business, go for it. Hey, I'm not telling you where to do business. All I'm doing is showing you the facts. You do what you want to do with your money. But this is a problem, as far as I'm concerned. If you're going to buy a building, you better take this under consideration. There's something wrong here. When they try to say they're not them, and them when they're all together. And I'll get to that in a few seconds and show you the proof that I'm telling you the truth. Now, remember I told you about, well, Fortified Building Solutions. If you go there, look at this. It always jumps back to Cornerstone. Huh? Let's see what else is in here. Is this where you can move it?
Yeah, that's like
Okay. All right. So with that being said, Florida is a DBA under Inside Group. Okay. And NCI is under who? Cornerstone. Now, here we go. This is on their website. Maybe I'm just kind of can't read anymore. I'm just too dumb to see something. But for folks, am I reading this right? Does it say Reed's Metals up here? Chime in if I'm seeing this wrong. A powerful integration of 3 industry leaders. Reed's Metals. Under Fortified Building Solutions. They're one. Yeah, oh, you're not being factual. Well, I'll tell you what. This is your website. This is what you said, not me. And frankly, I think it's really kind of low to try to make me believe that, well, they got convicted. Well, that's not me. Yeah, it is. Y'all all in the same boat. So let's look at something else. What does it have? Clear affiliation to Cornerstone Buildings brands, operational license under NCI Group, history of Reed's Metal. So what does that mean? You be the judge of those questions. All I'm doing is bringing them to you. There's a lot of questions here. And when there's questions, be careful. Fortified Building Solutions. For has been a licensed card less than 5 months. Yet, they'll tell you, we've been around since 2018 or 2019. Well, why didn't you go get licensed then? Why don't you tell people why you got licensed? You got licensed because I changed the law on you. I forced you guys to quit acting like y'all was contractors under that stupid registration thing that should have been changed years ago. With all them poor people that lost their money, all them 400 contractor cases that were brought before Calcasieu Parish in the last storm. Let me tell you something, folks. There's trouble here. I've seen it. I'm telling you from what I've seen and what I know. This is not how you do business. If you really want to be a license, go get your license. I ain't seen no part-time doctors yet. Well, let me see here. Yep, here's the evidence. Tells you when you got it. I can't make it up. Fortify has a contractor violence conviction. It's acquitted past. Reed's Metals. Wait, let's back up. Wait. Reed's Metals. What are we supposed to think, Fortify? You put that there, not me. I didn't make this up either. Cornerstone. 413 complaints. What you going to do? Oh, you can do it? Okay. Watch this. Watch this, folks. If you Google Fortified Building Solutions, just like this, which I'm live right now. I'm live on the screen. Now watch. I'm going to go here to complaints. Watch what happens. Whoa, what happened? How did we go from Fortified to Cornerstone? Back it up. Watch this. All right, let's go to reviews. Now remember, I'm Googling Fortified Building Solutions under the BBB. Oh, watch. I'm going to go reviews. Watch. Oh, Cornerstone Building. I can't make this stuff up, can I? What does it tell you about these people? What is going on here? Crazy. Move on. All right. Wait, you ready? I'll get it. I got it. Now, research before you buy. Don't put all your trust in a social media post or reference from a friend. Look at the facts. Red flag. 5 years ago, I went through this. If you don't, this is what's going to happen to you, folks. You see, I don't care if you buy a building from not. Actually, that's not true. I do care if you buy. I would love for you to buy from me. But you know what? If you're not going to buy from me, I'm going to try to help you protect yourself. That's my goal. Because as chairman of state contractor, I have an obligation to do that, I believe. And I've seen the pain. I've seen the suffering. It's terrible. It's the most terrible thing in the world to see an older couple lose all their money to some fools like this. It's wrong. It needs to stop. And the only way it's going to stop it is when you decide to do your due diligence with these people. They're taking advantage of you. They prey upon people. And I don't like it. Hopefully you can tell that. So this guy, he got charged with all this stuff. But look, if you listen to the red flags, convictions, you better leave him alone. Homie, leave him alone. Leave him alone. Leave him alone. Do yourself a favor. There's too many good builders out there to deal with people like this. Just because you think you save $1, they're going to cost you a fortune. If they don't cost you a fortune whenever you build it, they're going to cost you a fortune when the storm comes, the hurricane. They're going to build shoddy work. And that storm is going to rip it through the sky. Here we go again. This is the charge. You want to be one of these people, folks? You want to deal with these people? Really? Come on now. You don't want this kind of trouble. Take your money, build shoddy work. Look at these two. And this one over here, he's back out there trying to operate. You better be careful. Wait, let me tell you a story about this cat. Not only did this cat get convicted by the State Contractors Board, he got charged with contractor fraud. And he's back out there operating. You want to do business with somebody like this? Go ahead. Go ahead. Them poor people that when he got charged, go talk to one of them. Or check this out. What is this about? Why is this guy, and let me tell you. Now look, he started out as a home and roof registered. Caught him multiple times. Went and got his license, and he still got in trouble. Just because you got a license doesn't mean you want to do business with them. You want to go check and see if they did any of this mess. And then we got my old buddy here. I know him well. He should have never gotten the business. I bet today he wished he would never have gotten into it. He used to work for me. I bet if we talked to him today, he said, I wish I'd have stayed here and never started this. Look what it got him. Now, you do what you want to do with your money. See these cats? All from the LSFBC. They've all been convicted, and I mean convicted. They've either pled guilty or no contest. You know what no contest means? No mas. I'm not arguing with you. And that's to help them in case there's a civil lawsuit. They haven't pled guilty, they pled no contest. That's all that is. But it's just as good as saying, I'm guilty as far as the State Contractors Board is concerned. And you as a consumer should be very leery of these cats. Why? Because of what they've done. Are they bad people? I don't know. But the way they operate is bad. Getting caught as a licensed contractor or getting caught as an unlicensed contractor is a bad situation for you, the consumer. Precision metal, here we go. This guy's not even licensed. He don't even have a home improvement. His day's coming. There's a lot of, I think there's some stuff coming. I'm not going to say nothing about it till I see the evidence, but I think there's some more coming on this guy. He shouldn't be operating. He fails all the flags. Every flag that I tell you to watch, this cat's got him beat. Can't find him. You know why? He's got no licensure whatsoever. If we catch it on your property and he's a 20 or 30% into the deal, we're going to shut him down. He won't be allowed to come back. He'll be cease and desisted. You're going to have to go find somebody to finish your product. And boy, you're going to catch hell getting your money back from these guys. You don't want to go there, folks. I'm telling you, be very careful about this. This is serious. I'm trying to keep you from having trouble and possibly having to fight to get your money back, or shoddy work, or watch a hurricane just throw it up in the air like that poor old building I showed you in the beginning. Now, we need to realize one thing. We live in Southwest Louisiana. Texas, you got the Gulf Coast. Mississippi's got the Gulf Coast. Florida's got the Gulf Coast. Alabama's got the Gulf Coast. You want to do business with a company that's went through the hurricanes? There's only one company. One. They could put that list there. It's Mallett Buildings. 16 hurricanes. I think the proof's in the pudding, folks. I don't lose buildings. If you build the right building that I want you to build, which is that elite building, it ain't going to touch you. Other buildings are good. But if we're talking about hurricanes, there's only one building. Only one. It's the elite building. I built it for this part of the world. I didn't build it for Oklahoma. I didn't build it for Ohio. I built it for the Gulf Coast. It's got 2x8 trusses, 3 foot apart. The post spacing is 9 feet. It's the most powerful building in the country. The only thing that's going to take this building out is a dang tornado. That tornado's better hit it directly, because I got the control system of transferring the dead weight of the concrete to the building. But I'll tell you this, no building can withstand a direct hit of a tornado hitting it. None. And therefore, rip everything apart. But I can tell you this, unless it's that Mallett Elite building will outperform every other building, bar none. Steel, I don't care what it is. Because the problem with steel is, if it's a 20-year-old building or a 10-year-old building, the damn anchor bolts are probably rusted out and the damn thing's going to go. Right? I've talked about that many, many, many times. But I'm really proud of this right here. Nobody can say they've built buildings and went through this many hurricanes. Why? Because we've been here so dang long. We know what we're doing. But I'm very proud of this. I think this is something to push on. And let me tell you something. Are y'all not worried about hurricanes? Look, it's been 4 years. Odds are in the next 8 to 12 years, we're going to get hit again. That's just the odds. Be prepared by buying the elite Mallett building so you can wake up in the morning, walk out your house and say, yeah, man, I'm glad I bought that building. I'm glad I spent that little extra money on that building, because that building stood it. Building series, value, signature, elite. This is what my competitors sell, but my workmanship is better than theirs. The other thing is, I'm going to put the engineered cable system, and I'm going to put concrete in every hole, and they don't do that. So it's a better building. But this is not what I recommend you buy. If you're going to buy something, let's jump to the next one. Well, the tell of the tales. We're going to go about that. This is an ad that them boys ran. This is what they sell, and this is the price. Hey, I'm going to beat them by $2,000. Called the price. This is the price match ad. We'll beat them by $2,000. And not only are you getting $2,000 less on your building, you're getting a company that's built more buildings than all of them put together. You're getting a company that have licensed contractors. Everything we're talking about here, folks, is about quality, experience, and reputation. The Signature Series, very strong building. 2x8 trusses, 5 on 12, 26 gauge. You see what he's got. It's stronger than that what my competitors sell, because they don't even go here. But it's a 130-mile-an-hour wind load. You can do a lot of things to either one of these buildings, but by the time you do all that, it will never be that building. The building made for hurricanes. I should have called it the Hurricane Building. I shouldn't have called it the Elite Building. You got more things in this building than any building in the United States of America, and on top of that is designed to face a hurricane. 9 foot, 3 foot, and 2x8 scissor trusses. It is designed to take the power of the storm and fight like no other fighter you had. He's a professional. He's a professional fighter when he gets in the ring with the hurricane. He's not a boy. He's not a baby. He's the man. He's ready to fight. He's a professional. He's not an amateur. He is the building that will say, I have the most in my toolbox to fight the storm as it comes at me. And folks, we need to be concerned about this. Hurricanes are inevitable in southwest Louisiana. Hurricanes are inevitable on the Texas Gulf Coast. Hurricanes are inevitable on the Mississippi Gulf Coast. They're inevitable. And we look at a storm like Laura that goes north and tears up more than you, when it gets up there, it's at 120, 130 miles an hour. It's tearing up like, because they're not designed, because the wind load required north of I-10 is not at 120, 130. That's why if that storm jumps across and is hitting it at 130, it's going to take everything out in its path too. So whether you're on the Gulf Coast or in the middle of Louisiana, North Louisiana, be prepared for a Laura at 180 miles an hour when it hits the coast and hitting North Louisiana at 130. This is the only building strong enough to take it. If this one goes, you better be gone, because this baby's built. If you ever go in one of these buildings and walk in these chicken houses everybody's building, you're going to say, man, this is something. Jesus Christ. Can you tell? Can you tell I think the world of this? I do, because I designed it. I put all this in for a reason. Longevity, hurricane power, quality. Roof and walls control the temperature of your building. 6 inch, 2.5 times stronger than 4-inch concrete. It has everything, control joints, everything you need in a building. I put in this building for a reason. Because he's the papa, he's the man, he's it, he's the professional. He's going to whip that storm. If any building can beat the storm, it's this building. And today you can buy it for $37,999, $46,999, $53, and that goes from a 30 by 50, 40 by 50, 40 by 60. And besides all this power I'm going to give you, I'm going to throw in an electrical package. One hell of a deal. One hell of a deal. Now, Fortify sent me a list of stuff. I don't know if it's true or not true. I assume it's true. I keep him at his word. It wasn't long as this list. But I challenged him. I said, why don't we see how much money you gave, how much money we gave, to see who's giving the most. And I put that challenge to him now. And so I said, well, why don't you tell people what you do? Because if you recall in the very beginning of the conversation, we do it because we're trying to instill in other people to do what we do, which is give back to the community. He hadn't figured that out. But my challenge to Fortify is, hey, let's sit down. Let's write down everybody we donate to help the community. And let's see who gives the most to the community. I'll guarantee you without a doubt, and I'll take bets, it won't even be close. I'm not buying $500 banners or $200 whatever you want to call it schools. And we're pumping money in these organizations, all these organizations. For instance, let's take Iowa High School. Iowa High School, I guarantee you I've donated over $200,000. If you look at what I gave to the tournaments and to the buildings I've donated, over $200,000. Let's take another one. Louisiana State Troopers, over $25,000 because the last 3 years I participated in that. Let's take another one. St. Nicholas for Children, over $200,000. Let's take another one. Galaxy Paris Livestock Show, over the years, probably over $500,000. Let's take another one. Avenue of Flags, $30,000. Gave them 2 buildings. Let's take another one. Athletics got over $100,000. LSU Ag Tour, over $100,000. Let's see here. Where is, where's McNeese? Yeah. Right here. $350,000. Right here. Who's the foundation? Probably $15,000, $20,000. Junior League, probably $5,000, $6,000. Little dribblers, probably $2,000 or $3,000. Whistle Stop, I gave them quite maybe $20,000, $30,000. Big Sisters, Big Brothers, $5,000, $10,000. Jennings High School donated a $30,000 building to them. Jennings Hospital give them $6,000 or $7,000 a year. Veterans Affairs, we give them Oh, probably, but at least this year alone we gave him $6,000. My point is, you realize if I gave $300 or $500, how many names would be on this board? I would have 4 or 5 pages. But that's not what we do. We try to figure out what we believe. We'll take the Ben Terry Fund. I think I gave him 30,000, maybe 40. I don't recall. But my point is we give back, and we give back big. I'm not trying to create 5 or 6 pages. If I was trying to create 5 or 6 pages or 20 pages, I'd do 500, 100, 300, 400, 500. Because you see, if I give 100 or 25, I could put them on this board. Which is what I think, and I can't know for sure unless we get down and really put the numbers to it. That's only he can answer that. Fortify needs to sit down. I'll be glad to sit down and then we'll publicize what we've done. But do you realize how easy it would be for me to go, well, I'll just give 200 here, 200 here, 200, because I just want to make myself look good. You know, I could say the Iowa, where's that one at? Iowa High School. When they come to me to support that term, which costs me $10,000 a year, I'm going to put 500. Well, I can still put the name up there. With $500, I can put the name up there. I can put, if I give $100, any dollars, I'll put the name up there. No, that's not what's happening here, folks. Let's just take that one because it's fresh in my mind. Is the Iowa, dang it, excuse me. What you got right here, Iowa High School, I gave over $100,000 the last 10 years, or 8 years. I gave them 2 buildings. But if I would have given $500, I'd still put them on the board. I swear, they're hunting me down. Don't worry about it. All right. All right. Let's separate us from our competition. Does Fortify stay open 24/7? We do. I got a building specialist on the phone 24/7, 7 days a week. Does Fortify do that? You know what separates us from them? We want to operate when it's convenient for you, not convenient for us. We want to serve you, not serve ourselves. We appreciate you so much, we're willing to run 24/7, 7 days a week. Boom. On top of that, Fortify closes on Saturdays. We're open at noon on Saturdays, and we'll stay open after Saturday. Just make an appointment. We're going to be here. My specialists are committed to you. If they weren't committed to you, they wouldn't be here with me. Well, I guess that's it for today. I hope you've seen the difference, or I hope I've explained to you the difference in Mallett Buildings and Fortify. It's 2 separate things. But you know what? You be the judge. Because if I wouldn't tell you, you wouldn't know. And that's what they bank on. All my competitors bank on me not telling you what's really going on. And that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. I'm going to tell you everything about everything, no matter what. And they don't like it. Well, that's their problem. But you have a choice. And I ask you to consider us when buying a building. I ask you to think about the way we give back to the community, our years of experience, the quality of materials, and we're the only one that builds what I call the Hurricane building, the elite. The elite is the Hurricane building. And folks, we need to be concerned about these hurricanes. They're coming. Maybe not this year, but we don't know. But they're coming. And I want you to be prepared with the best building that can take it. That's what I'm after. I want to make sure you understand and know what you need to look for when you're hiring a contractor. Well, look, thank you so much for listening. I'll see you tomorrow afternoon. Hope you have a nice night. You can call me at 337-515-2154 or call my building specialist tonight or right now at 337-214-0428. Look, thank you for listening. I cannot operate or live at this building without your support, and we appreciate that. I want to thank you once again. Thank you so much for supporting Mallett Buildings. Have a nice night.
At Mallett Buildings, we've been proudly serving our community for over 25 years. When it comes to building structures that last, experience matters. You've probably seen some companies offering long warranties, 10 years or more. But here's something important to consider. Can a company without a long track record truly back that up? It's easy to make promises, but what really counts is the ability to deliver, not just now, but 5, 10, or even 20 years down the line. If a company hasn't been around for very long, what happens if they go out of business before the end of their 10-year warranty? What happens to your warranty then? The answer is simple. You're left with nothing. No support, no repairs, no protection. You've essentially been robbed of the protection you were promised. At Mallett Buildings, we've been here for the long haul, with over 2 decades of experience. We have an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau and countless satisfied customers who can tell you, when we say we offer a 10-year workmanship warranty, we've proven it time and time again. And if something goes wrong years from now, we'll still be here, ready to make it right. Our customers trust us because we don't just build structures, we build long-lasting relationships. We use only the highest quality materials, kiln-dried, ground-treated lumber, and MCA ground-treated posts with lifetime warranties. That's why our buildings are designed to stand strong for decades, and why we can confidently stand behind our warranties. And don't forget,